Hello twin flames and welcome to the DM to DF check-in for Sunday. So I'm going to use the Divine Masculine 101 deck today. I have used this in the daily twin flame reading, but I want to bring this in again to, so what does he want to express to you today? What does he want to say to you today, Divine Feminine? And also we're going to do a little bonus thing. I'm going to bring in the Karmic 101. So for any of you dealing with a situation where your masculine is involved in another relationship, or there's something karmic he needs to release, something negative in his life that needs to go, I'm going to do some messages about this too. So this deck is designed to give messages from your divine masculine to their karmic partner, but when we read it intuitively, it can also be about what he wants you to know too. So thank you, angels. So what's happening with the masculine today, please? What does he want to express to Divine Feminine today? What does he want to say to you today? What's the energy? What's he in? And we know from the energy earlier, he cares what you think and he wants you to know that you are his world. So what's going on in his karmic situation? What does he want you to be aware of? Wow, 2 cards. And this card coming off the top here, 2 cards on the top. So we're going to do the karmic energies after. So first of all, he's saying to you, I think about telling you how I feel. Wow. So he wants to express himself. He wants to communicate. He wants to get back in touch because he's been thinking about telling you how he feels about you, what he's really feeling inside, and what he wants to bring into the future, because that's where you are headed for the future. So he's been thinking about telling you how he feels, which is very powerful, because it's a great sign about communication coming in. It's a great sign about him reaching out to you and actually opening his heart. He's saying, I know we can change the world. Now, I love that because you are twin flames in this lifetime for a reason. And you have a mission here that's so much bigger than you. So it's not just about you guys being together. It's about what your mission together is too. And what being together will mean for humanity. Because you're going to help to move this world into the golden age. So he's saying, I know that we can change the world. We can make a difference. We're here to lead and grow and heal the world. So he understands that there is a bigger picture, that there's something bigger going on. It's not just about you guys sharing your lives together. It's about making a difference too. And he wants to make a difference. He feels like in his life he hasn't made a difference yet. Even if he's been very successful in his lifestyle, in business, he feels like he hasn't quite done everything he's needed to do or everything he's come here to do. And he's letting you know he's aware of that. And he's saying, I want you to meet my friends. So, he doesn't like keeping this journey a secret or hiding you away, or not being open and honest, especially with his friends, because they are the people, he wants to make it right with too. Especially if he's hiding that away, he's not able to talk about you or, be around you and them at the same time. He wants you to meet his friends. And this is also a big sign that he wants to make more friends with you. In other words, when you are together, you'll have your own circle of friends too. He may incorporate the friends you have now and the friends he has now, but new friends too, because you'll have friends, coming in around you. So I want you to be a part of my life is what he's really saying here. I want you to be able to meet my friends and, to realise that I'm proud of you. And it's like he wants to show you off because he's proud of you. He's proud of the way you are, the way you look, the person you are. And he wants to introduce you to them as his one, and say, this is the person I'm proud of. This is the person I love. This is the person I'm going to share the rest of my life with. And he wants you to meet them. And they're also giving me the wedding vibe. That's those celebrations you're going to have in the future where, you're going to bring all these people together. I think about making love to you. And he constantly thinks about that, being intimate with you, touching you, being with you in that way. Showing you how he feels, because he wants to tell you how he feels, and he's thinking about that, and he's also thinking about making love to you. So maybe that would be how, the communication would end. You'd have that open-hearted communication, then you kiss and make love and be intimate and, show each other how you really feel. So he thinks about this, and, if you wonder, if you're wondering, thinking, does he fancy me in the same way? Does he relate to me in that way? Does he feel the intensity and the passion and all that desire like I do? And he's saying, yes, I do. Okay, wow, looking like that, wearing those clothes, wow. And that was the message that came up yesterday. You were the only one who has ever really mattered to me. And it's so true. He cares what you think. He cares about you. You are his world. And he's saying, you are the only one who's ever really mattered to me. Even though it may seem like right now everyone else matters in his life but you, it's not the case. You are the only one who's ever really mattered to me. That's massive to say. And that's what he wants to express to you. So in a karmic situation, he's saying to this person, okay, you remind me of everything I was, and that is no longer me. So he's letting you know he's evolved from that connection, from that marriage, that relationship, that situation, and that's reminding him of everything he was. Now that can also be if he's in the job that he hates, or it bores him, it doesn't satisfy him, it's not part of his mission. He wants to change the world. And he's saying, you remind me, whoever he's talking to, it's not you, this is his karmic energy. You remind me of everything I was, and that is no longer me. So he's letting you know, Divine Feminine, he is changing and evolving, and he's farther ahead on his journey than you think. I'm spending more time working because I don't want to spend time with you. So if he's in a karmic relationship, he's working because he doesn't want to be around that person. He's spending time working. And working could be at his job. Could even be working on a project, a goal, something he enjoys doing. He could be working on himself because he knows he has to change. So he's saying to that person, I don't want to spend time with you. Now this could also mean that he needs time and room and space to process his feelings. But it's never that he doesn't want to be with you or spend time with you. Maybe he needs to work. So this is also a sign if he's working a lot, it's because he's sorting himself out. He's sorting out his finances, his stability, his life. But this is addressed to the karmic partner. I don't want to be around you. So I'm doing everything I can to be away from you. He's saying, I need to change. Why? I know that we can change the world. But he has to start with himself. He has to change himself. That means the way he feels about himself, healing those insecurities and fears and then painful, wounds he has to heal. But also his life. He has to change his life. I need to change. I need to change. I need to remove myself from this toxic energy. Those things that remind me of everything I was, and that's no longer who I am. So I need to change. And we should never have got married. So if anyone is dealing with a marriage here, he knows he should never have married that person. He should never have got involved in that relationship that way. It was something that's caught him up in a lot of struggle and drama and red tape and obligations and responsibilities that now he knows he needs to change. So he's looking at that person and he's thinking, we should never have got married. We should never have done that. That doesn't mean he doesn't want to marry you. Most of the time, karmic situations teach lessons. Most of the time. Unless the masculines obviously aren't ready to face it, but most of them are. This is the energy we're in. This is why 2020 was such a powerful year for awakening. Bringing in that clarity, that kind of 2020 vision to see the truth. So what he's realising, he's dealing in that marriage or that relationship with commitment issues. So he's able to commit to you. He looks at you and you're everything he wants. And he thinks, you should have been the one I married. I wish it was you. And he does that. And the angels are letting me know that. He'll have a vision of you being the one walking down the aisle. You being the one throwing the bouquet. You being the one, signing that register, having that party, because he's saying, I want you to meet my friends. So this is also a future energy where, he knows what he needs to do so he can free himself up to marry you and be with you. But he's saying to that person, we should never have got married. And now all you do is remind me of who I was. And that's not who I am now, because he's growing up spiritually. He's finding his way and he knows his truth. So trust the journey, Divine Feminine. He knows that you can change the world. You're the only one who's ever really mattered to him. He thinks about you constantly in many, many ways, and he's letting you know he cares. So trust the journey, all is well, and you are safe. Have a great night, sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.